Philippine Center of Transnational Crime, which is the Interpol NCB Manila, sila po yung aming secretariat at yung operational partner.
So may opisina po kayo? o wala?
Meron po, nasa taas po.
Ilan ang tauhan nyo?
If I'm not mistaken, around 15.
And then kasama ninyo sa pag-representar sa Pilipinas sa iba't ibang lugar?
Opo.
So kung hindi sa ilalim ng PCTC, ang Special Envoy, aling department kayo?
Sorry, Madam Chair.
Hindi naman kayo PCTC, so aling department kayo? DFA?
Hindi po.
Ambassador kasi eh.
Ang amin pong opisina, OSETC and PCTC, are all under the Office of the President.
Pero hiwalay, kasi hindi naman kayo under the PCTC. Ano?
Hindi po. Ang PCTC po ang aming secretariat. Sila po yung operational arm namin.
What are the functions? Like you said earlier, you represent the Philippines in different fora, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I see. What is the role that you actually play in the arrest of PRRD and his transport to The Hague? Anong papel po ninyo doon? Kasi lumalabas yung pangalan ninyo sa resibo at yung pag-turnover.
Opo.
Staff, ipakita lamang. Ito, yung transfer of custody, surrender and transfer. Andyan po. At kayo po ang nakapirma. At alam ito ni Secretary Senator Cayetano. Bakit kayo ang nakapirma?
Opo.
Ano po yung papel nito?
Ganito po yan. Ma'am, I was there to oversee the smooth arrest of the former president. Now,
So, nandun kayo sa Villamor?
makikita niyo naman po dun sa mga videos na lumabas.
Hindi ko po maalala kasi hindi ko kilala yung mga tao
Opo.
doon.
Ngayon, doon naman po
Madam
sa...
Chair, excuse me, Madam Chair. Since when naging function ng Special Envoy yung pag-oversee ng operations sa pag-aresto?
Kasi,
I'm sure, Special Envoy ka, trabaho mo is outside. Envoy ka doon para mag-represent. Pero when
Hindi
it
po,
comes to operational matters, kailan naging
Hindi po-
trabaho mo yan na mag-oversee ng operations?
hindi po ako nag-oversee ng operations. Yun lang kung sitwasyon dahil ang PCTC ay ang aming secretariat and operational arm.
Not even the PCTC, I suppose. Because PCTC is, sila lang nagkukontrol ng NCB.
Yes,
Diba?
Opo.
O sila nagkukontrol ng secretariat.
Opo.
Pero
Sila po yung secretariat namin.
Pagdating sa Interpol, halimbawa, ganito, meron tayong General Assembly ng Interpol. Sino nag-head of delegation?
PCTC.
PCTC?
PCTC.
Ikaw, General Marbil, hindi ka pa ba nag-attend ng National yung General Assembly ng Interpol?
Sir, umattend po last year po.
Last year.
Opo.
So, sinong head of delegation?
Ang nandun po si General Alcantara pong kasama po namin.
Because when I was the Chief PNP, lahat ng ang head of delegation, yung Chief PNP. Tapos, head of delegation ng ibang bansa, yung uniform talaga na police agency na kada lugar. Kaya yun yung alam ko ha. Kasi yung PCDC naman is NCB lang ito. Sila yung NCB pero pag when you say police agency, Chief PNP talaga ang head niya, di ba? At nagkakaroon ng General Assembly, kayo ang nandun, di ba?
Actually, sir, dun sa ibang country, sir, ang police lang, ang isa lang pong law enforcement nila. So, ang usually the head is the chief ng national police nila. But in our country, we have so many law enforcement agencies coming from the NBI, the Philippine National Police, of course, ang kasama po namin.
Kaya nga
Kasi makita mo, di ba? Pag Interpol General Assembly, hawak kamayan lahat ng mga chief na puro uniformado yan eh. Puro mga chief ng police agency nila, di ba?
Kaya nakakagulat sa dinami-dami ng police agency na sinabihan ni General Alcantara sa NBI, si Chief PNP, sabi rin ni General Torre, bakit biglang civilian at hindi kasali sa law enforcement ang nag-oversee? Ano po ba ang ibig sabihin ng oversee?
Kasi nga ang aming PCTC is our partner, our secretariat. I was there to oversee lang the PCTC, which is
Oversee them?
which is the Interpol NCB Manila.
Madam
Hindi,
Chair.
teka muna. Nalilito ako, di ba, nandun ka.
Mhm.
Bakit alam mo nang itatangay sa ibang bansa?
Hindi po.
Anong ginagawa mo doon? Na-serve na, nabigay na yung kopya sa lahat. Anong ginagawa mo doon? Anong ginapangan mo?
I was there to assist the executive director, ma'am.
Was the executive director in Villamor?
Naroon po ako. I was in the plane and I was in the 250 in Villamor.
Even without a red notice, nandun na kayo, nag-aabang na.
I had a red diffusion po.
Yes, but
I
the
had a
diffusion, we
copy.
have already said ad infinitum that this is not an arrest warrant, di ba?
Yes,
Paliwanag na yun,
tama po yun,
paliwanag
tama
eh. O di,
we had a red diffusion. I had to carry it.
request for information lang, di ba?
Hindi po. Ang red diffusion po is a request, is an international request for international cooperation or an alert. Ang red notice po ay ganon, ang diffusion po ay ganon din, pareho lang po.
Eh, ganun nga. Kaya nga, ang
Yung diffusion po is resorted to if there is urgency, importance, element of time, kaya po nagiging diffusion.
hindi, ang liwanag naman, action to be taken, locate lang eh. Locate lang. And possibly arrest with a view to extradition. So, mahaba pang proseso.
Ma'am, can I
Pero,
clarify?
yes, Senator.
Pa-clarify lang, factual lang, Ambassador Lacandang. So, you were there to oversee.
Yes,
When you say there, you were in Villamor.
the airport.
Okay.
The airport.
Then, did you accompany them on the plane?
Yes.
Yes. And then, did you stay in the Netherlands?
Yes, I stayed there for 2 days.
Okay, and hindi mo alam na dadalhin siya doon.
Hindi po, can I make a clarification? That time,
Pwede ko lang itanong isang hirit lang. Wala ka sa listahan na binigay ni General Alcantara, yung mga nabigyan ng diffusion notice, ano? Wala ka doon sa listahan ng NBI, Chief PNP, wala ka doon sa listahan. Paano man nalaman?
I was informed informally by Executive Director Alcantara.
Informally.
Apo.
So you were also there informally. You had no formal function at the Villamor or the airport site?
I was there to oversee, ma'am, lang the PCTC. Hanggang PCTC lang po ako. Yun lang po yung ating...
Can I clarify that?
Yes.
So, sabi mo kanina, you were there to oversee. I'll clarify what oversee means. But sabi mo, hindi mo alam na dadalhin siya sa Hague. Pero yet, sumakay ka ng plano, sumama ka, you stayed in the Hague 2 days.
Yes.
And sabi mo, hindi ka alis nandun ka lang.
Okay, can I explain, Mr. Senator? That time ho kasi, the members or the staff of the Interpol NCB Manila, wala hong available na mga kasamahan natin doon na may passport na ready. So, I volunteered, Mr. Senator. I just want to make clear.
Magsiserve lang kayo ng diffusion, may dala ka pang passport.
Hindi po.
So, kasi sabi mo lang eh, yung iba walang passport, ikaw lang yung may passport, may visa,
Opo.
kaya alam mo na itatangay sa ibang
Hindi po.
bansa.
Yung passport po, nasa sasakyan ko lang parati eh.
Palusot.
So, kagagaling ko lang po kasi ng Geneva. Kakauwi ko lang po ng Geneva that time. So, kaya po yung passport ko, nasa sasakyan ko lang. Hindi pa
Sabi
ako
ni-
nakakapag-unload.
Remoria, wala doon silang
I was gonna
passport.
ask that na kung hindi
Pangangalay, baka kulang sa vitamin D. Kain do.
Yung plano talaga nila.
Ang payat na nakuha mong gas.
Sabi ni Remolio, wala doon silang passport kaya hindi sila bumaba sa aeroplano.
Asa nga presa.
ang passport.
Hindi po. Wala po akong sinabing kasama ko walang passport. Wala pong
Hindi ikaw
passport
nagsabi.
that time. Yung mga PCTC
Okay.
members, ma'am, na
Okay.
supposed to be sasama din that time. Wala hong silang available noon.
So were you appointed representative of the PCTC?
Yes.
Were you appointed representative of the Interpol in the Philippines?
That time I was appointed, yes.
Who appointed you?
The PCTC, Your
So
Honor.
can the on that day,
Yes, yes.
so can ibuin natin ha, kayo lang mga militar at pulis nakakaintindi ng 3-4 na letra eh. Yung Philippine Center for Transnational Crime. Sir, can you appoint the representative ng Interpol on the spot? Kasama sa powers yon if I check with Interpol. So kung today, pwedeng ako representative ng Interpol.
Para pong hindi yata kasama sa function.
Well, kakasabi lang ho ni Ambassador, kayo daw nag-appoint sa kanya.
Sabi niya.
So, but you're saying it's
Hindi ko
not.
nga maintindihan.
So hindi nyo po, no.
Kasi he's
Yeah.
a competent authority.
Yeah, no, you're under oath, sir.
You're
Did you or did you
Hindi
not
sila.
appoint him as
The ambassador is
representative?
a competent authority to represent us.
But you
Yes.
did not appoint him.
Hindi question if he's a
Appointing
competent.
authority.
Hindi
You're
na
not
appointing
appointing.
authority. Klaro po yun. Executive Order 265. Saan sa buong executive order na nagtatakda na magkaroon ng special envoy, sinasabi na meron kang papel para mag-oversee. Wala kasi akong mapasa
Hindi po.
katulad ni Senator Cayetano.
Madam Chair, yun nga po yung relasyon ho namin ng OSCE at PCTC, sila yung aming Secretariat in
Eh,
Operation.
sekretarya lang ninyo, siya pang appointing ninyo.
Hindi po,
Parang ang gulo.
hindi po.
Boss ba ninyo yan or utusan?
Hindi po, clear ko lang ho. Kasi that time, wala hong available na members ng PCTC anang may passport noon. So, kaya ho sinabi ko kanina, I volunteered para ho i-accompany ang former president in behalf of the PCTC.
Okay. Ma'am, can I clarify ha? I'm not going into the supervision, your appointment as special envoy because depende sa presidente, pwedeng iba. Di ba? Kahit presidential advisor, if the president has a special advisor on justice, then it's between the president, Secretary Remulla, etc. Ang focus ko, doon sa ikaw ang representative ng Interpol. Kasi sabi mo, yes. Ang sabi po ni Secretary Alcantara, hindi kanya in-appoint. So, sino nag-appoint sa iyo bilang representative ng Interpol?
Nirepresent ko po ang
Yeah,
PCTC.
you...
May I clarify?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Senator. Kasi traditionally, ang executive director is also the envoy. Ngayon, pinaghiwalay po yung posisyon. Yung ginawa po ng Malacanang, hiniwalay po yung posisyon ng special envoy at ng executive director. Pero dati ho, isa lang yan.
Yeah. But, lihis doon, Sec, sabi kasi ni Ambassador, siya daw ang representative ng Interpol that day ng Pilipinas.
Yung pagpaalis ho pagpunta ho ng The Hague, siya po yung representative talaga ng Interpol. Kasi siya lang ho yung may connection sa PCTC.
But I was asking, who appointed him representative of Interpol?
Ano ho yan? Kasama ho yan sa kanyang appointment.
But he said before that day, hindi siya ang representative ng Interpol.
Pero ano ito eh, kasi yung oversight function is, kasi parang may oversight po siya sa PCTC. I think that they took it from there. Na siya rin po yung responsible for the PCTC.
Wala rin sa
ang
executive
nag-appoint
Kasi
order.
ano ho yan eh. Sabi ko nga, magkasama ho dati ang posisyon ng executive director tsaka envoy. Si General Alcantara used to be the special envoy and executive director.
And then the representative ng Interpol.
Interpol.
And exercising oversight powers. Bago lang yun.
Hindi, dati ho isang tao lang nga eh.
Wala eh.
Ginawa
Wala
na
sa
ho dalawa.
Executive Order 265. Parang above and beyond na sa...
Special ho yan.
Ma'am, just to point.
The
So
executive has the power
when
to
he
do that.
signed, when you signed dito sa ICC, you were signing as what?
As the Interpol NCB Manila representative.
Ang nakalagay po dito, you're signing as in behalf of the Republic of the Philippines, not as
Kasi
Interpol.
po nung that time, yung
Palusot na naman.
representative ng ICC na kausap ko, naka-print na po yung,
Yeah,
yung
so,
government. So,
sir,
But it
are you a
was-
college graduate?
yes sir.
No. Any college graduate, pag pinapirma ka, tapos mali, kahit printed, you'd cross it out. Then you would put, so pag nakalagay doon, Alang
Insulto
Cayetano,
tuloy.
congressman, pipirma ako, o i-cross out ko yung congressman, nalagay ko senator. Kung nakalagay doon, Alang Cayetano, single, may asawa na ako, hindi ako papagalitan ng asawa ko kung hindi ko i-cross out. lalagay ko doon na ano.
Oo.
Diba, so wag tayo magpilosopuan dito. So, why did you sign in behalf of the Philippine government if you weren't representing the government and you were representing Interpol?
Medyo mataas na ho kasi yung ano nun pagod na din kami.
palusot.
Tapos ang request ng ICC staff that time nagre-request sila na kunin na ng medical team. Hindi ho kasi ma-perform yung medical assistance to the former president.
Umurog na.
Yun ho yung dahilan yan.
Ang dahilan, pagod kayo.
Hindi po,
Oh.
nagkakagulo na din ho nun.
Palusot.
Mataas na din po yung sitwasyon.
Pakisabi ng totoo.
Opo.
They're all under oath.
Yes ma'am. Ang mataas na...
Paliwanag mong maigi, representative ka ba ng Pilipinas or representative ng Interpol? Pipili ka lang.
Ang nirepresent ko po ang Interpol NCB Manila.
So mali itong papel na to.
Ah,
Sabihin mo sa akin.
yun hong...
Kasi nag-iiba. Isa
Kasi
sinungaling,
po,
isa totoo.
Yun ang clear ho sa ICC.
Pwede ko linawin lang.
Siguro, hayaan muna natin. Hayaan
Depensa
natin.
nga naman
paliwanag.
ni Remila.
Alam naman niya eh.
Alam ho kasi ng malinaw ho sa pag-uusap namin ng ICC staff na I represent
Hindi, halata,
Interpol
no?
NCB Manila.
Pero hindi maliwanag dito sa nakasulat. Government of the Republic of the Philippines.
It's part of the government now. I'm sorry.
Hindi, Interpol eh. Sabi niya, nandun siya bilang Interpol eh.
Ma'am, Madam Chair, yung Interpol po kasi, the Interpol NCB Manila, it's under the Philippine government.
Sorry, Mama. Kasi if that's your interpretation, then the government cooperated with ICC.
Hindi surrender.
No, I'm not trying to trap you. I'm trying to understand. Kasi nga, when you do something, you can do it in different capacities. So, international organization, yun. So, for example, Sarah here was the regional director for the International Organization on Migration, but she's a Filipino. Now, if she was special envoy nun, she has to say which one. Kasi one is a UN body, or at least a UN recognized organization. The other one is Philippine government. So, di ba, hindi pwedeng you're signing, ang problema kasi yung sabihin mo, malinaw sa ICC at malinaw sa akin, Interpol. Pero ang pirma mo, in behalf of the government. Kasi ang masusunod yung dokumentong pinirmahan mo, hindi yung intention nyo eh. Di ba? So, kung ang sabihin natin, listo, naintindihan mo, naintindihan ko, pinirmahan natin sale. O pagdating sa korte, anong unang impression mo? It's a sale. Because yun ang pinirmahan nyo. Diba? So, kaya nga pagdating dito, there are many other questions like yung sinabi ko sa inyong number 8, which is, was he brought, did the person receive legal assistance during national proceeding? Ikaw nagsabing he received legal assistance during national proceeding. What was that proceeding?
No, Your Honor, Mr.
Ambassador,
Senator.
ang dami-dami mong pinirmahan dito tungkol sa doktor, tungkol sa immediate family, tungkol sa legal counsel. Lahat to sinang-ayunan mo. Lahat ito hindi totoo.
Hindi po.
Kasi pagod na po kayo.
Hindi po. Kung maaari ho ma-explain ko. Una, yung tinatanong nyo regarding ho dun sa...
Palusot.
Kasi that time, I was waiting for the official certification from the Department of Justice. So medyo wala akong internet that time. So yung
Internet na naman.
Yan ho yung sinulat nila. Yun naman ang sinagot ko. So nung after few minutes nag-request ako ng internet na print, binigay ko sa ICC yung certification from the Department of Justice.
Puro palusot.
Sino nagsulat niyan? Kaninong handwriting yan? Kasi parang naiba sa sulat mo.
Ma'am, sa ICC ma'am.
Tapos pinirmahan mo na lang yung sinulat ng ICC.
Pinakikita naman yan nung nagpapalitan kami ng...
So sang-ayon kayo sa lahat ng sinulat?
Opo ma'am.
Ganon. So yun yung papel mo doon. Ano pa yung ginampanan mong papel? Kasi sabi mo, sinamahan mo si Presidente Duterte sa aeroplano. Pagkatapos, nung sinorender mo na at yan ang pinirmahan mo bilang kinatawan ng ating pamahalaan, ano pa yung iba pang papel mo? Ano pang ginampanan mong papel?
Wala na po.
Pero nagdalawang araw ka pa ron eh.
Hindi po ma'am, nag-aantay kasi doon din kami
Dalawang
sumakay
araw sabi nila,
sa same plane pabalik po ng Pilipinas.
Oh, Madam Chair.
Yes, Senator Bato, nagugulat lang ako, na-speechless ako. Dineliver ninyo sa ICC pero hindi ninyo alam? Paano hindi ninyo
Hindi po,
alam?
alam po namin ma'am regarding dun sa ICC. Ang hindi ko po, balikan ko yung unang pag-uusap, kaya hindi alam. Nung unang pagdating sa airport, totally wala po akong alam nung pagdating ko sa airport.
Gago.
Naiya.
Sa NAIA.
Opo.
Yes, Senator Bato.
Pwede mo laman, Ambassador, kung kailan ka appoint as special envoy
Ah,
sa National Crime?
July 2024, Mr. Senator.
Alam ninyo, gusto ko lang tignan yung pinirmahan mo kasi maraming kabulastugan dito. Hindi ko maintindihan. Yung number 8, kung maipakita sa screen. The date, time, and location of the appearance of the arrested person before the competent judicial authority. Ang sinagot mo, do not know. Paano hindi mo alam, samantalang nandun ka sa airport na iya, hanggang sa Villamor, hanggang sinakay sa eroplano? Bakit hindi mo alam?
Hindi po. Yung number 8 po, that time, kagaya ho ng sinabi ko kanina, I'm just waiting for the certification from Department of Justice.
Eh, yung certification dumating pa ng March 12 eh.
Hindi po, na dumating po on the same day, almost 10 minutes.
Pwede niyo pakita sa amin kasi yung certification na binigay ng DOJ sa amin eh March 12 ang nakasulat.
Yun po yung certification na binigay ko po. Yung date lang po, siguro kasi that was March 11. Pero yung...
Hindi, date, time, and location.
Opo, yung certification ho na yon na-send ho sa akin nung nandun kami mismo, nasa eroplano pa, na paglapag ho namin sa Hague.
At sinabi dito, before the competent National Judicial Authority. So, ibig sabihin, Pilipino. Husgadong Pilipino, tama ba? Judicial Authority. Hindi mo rin alam? Kasi sabi dito, do not know eh.
Mhm. Ayun po yung sinagot ko kasi I was waiting that
Eh,
time.
paano hindi mo alam eh? Alam mo, mula nung dumating na talaga naman hindi pinayagan makita yung abogado, hindi pinayagan pumunta sa Pilipinong husgado, hindi pinayagan lumabas. Bakit mo sinasabing do not know? Nandun ka, nakababad ka, hanggang sa Hague, nandun ka eh.
Ma'am, that time na nandun po yung mga abogado niya. In fact, 3 po yung abogado.
Hindi, walang abogadong sinasabi sa number 8 na pinirmahan mo before the competent National Judicial Authority. Ang sinabi mo, hindi mo alam.
So, yun ho kasing certification, yung details, nandun po sa DOJ certification. Yun ho yung inaantay ko that time. Medyo nagkaroon lang ho ng delay nung sa pagpasok kasi sa problema ho sa internet.
Ano? Kailan dumating yung DOJ certification?
On the same day po, nung nasa aeroplano kami.
Before?
Iyan po, after po ng sign, kasi hindi ho
December
makapasok.
12 ha, ang naka-date. Parang nagugulat ako. March.
Opo.
Tataranta ako, nagugulat.
Hindi po ma'am, Madam Chair, pumasok po yung certification on the same
mo na siya.
day. Medyo nagkaroon lang.
Hindi, March 12 ang nakasabi. Paano mo natanggap? Excuse me, yung nagko-coach, nahihirapan po kami.
Ma'am,
Hindi.
I think the best person to answer that would be
Abogado po
the
kayo.
person who issued the certification is here.
Yes, I think Prosecutor Fadulion, we're referring to the same certification of March 12. Is that correct?
That is correct, Madam Chair.
And it was sent to Ambassador Lacanilao when and where?
If I may just be allowed to explain, ma'am, the certification that is in the possession of the committee chair is a certification which indicated that the arrest was made on March 12, 2025. This certification was issued the day after the arrest. This would be March 12 also 2025.
So are you saying may mas maaga pang certification
There
na siya lang ang nakakaalam?
No, ma'am. This certification was the one which was prepared as per instructions to me by the OIC Secretary of Justice because it was needed by Ambassador Lacanilao the moment that he reaches The Hague. So this was prepared on that day, and if I may point,
That day being
March 12.
March 12.
March 12.
So hindi pa rin tumutugma yung oras.
Yes, ma'am, may konti hong inadvertence dito kasi the date March 12 here refers to the time of the arrest when in fact the arrest was actually March 11, 2025 at approximately
So hinabol lang
11:44.
ninyo yung certification after the fact.
No, ma'am. This was the first certification that was issued because this was the one that was needed by Ambassador Lacanilao. We
So you-
corrected this after you pointed it out that when we reviewed it again and we saw that the date indicated for the arrest was March 12 instead of March 11.
And Ambassador Lacanilao received it on March 12, March 11, in Villamor, in Dubai, in The Hague.
As far as I know, Madam Chair, the certification that I prepared on March 12 was forwarded to the Office of Undersecretary T, our OIC Secretary of Justice. It was he who made the arrangements for the transmittal to Ambassador Lacanilao.
Thank you, Prosecutor. When did you send it to him and what did it say?
We
Because
sent-
we have no copies.
We sent it, this certification was prepared in the afternoon of March 12, 2025, and it was sent to...
March 12.
Yes, ma'am.
Pero sinuko na si Pangulong Duterte ng mas maaga.
He was actually transported around midnight, if I'm not mistaken, of March 11, ma'am. And I think they were in transit at this time. I'm not so sure. They were in transit at the time when this certification was sent to them.
Pwedeng isulat yan at bigyan kami ng kopya nung sinasabi mo o
We
ito
can
pa rin?
Yes, I can furnish you a copy.
Ito pa rin, yung March 12 pa rin.
Yes, ma'am.
Siya pa rin.
Sinong siya pa
Yung
rin?
sinasabi na yung aresto is March 12, not March 11.
Yes, ma'am.
Yan pa rin, yung mali-mali na yan.
Yeah, ito pong pagkakamali ito which was eventually corrected po.
Opo. Okay, we'll go back to that later. But Ambassador, when did you receive this?
Yung time ho na pagdating namin ng Hague, dumating yung ICC representative, hindi ho kasi pumapasok mabuti yung messages namin with USEC-T dahil mahina ho yung net namin doon. But after 10 minutes na ma-sign po ma-answer yung number 8 question, na kuha ka na. So I immediately sent the copy to the ICC representative.
Yung mali na March 12. Tama? Mali eh.
Yung kopya pong galing sa Department of Justice that time.
Pero walang nakasabi dun sa certification. Kahit tanggapin ko na nagkamali, nag-typo sa date. Ang problema, wala namang sinasabi that he was delivered to a competent judicial authority to which you signed. Sabi mo, talagang na-deliver to a national competent judicial authority. Pinirmahan mo competent national judicial authority.
Ma'am Mary,
Yes po.
kasi kagaya ho na sinabi ni Justice Ascuna kanina,
Oo.
sa sistema kasi ng ICC, ang prosecution po ay kasama sa korte. Is part of the court. Kaya yun po yung lumalabas kasi nga, like the Prosecutor General is competent judicial authority in the understanding of the ICC.
Secretary Remulla, it's very, very clear. Competent national judicial authority. There's nothing mysterious or equivocal about the sentence.
Yung nga ho yun eh.
National po.
Yung
National
equivalent
ibig sabihin
kasi,
Pilipino
yung
po.
equivalency po, ang sinabi siguro ng ICC sa kanya, ng prosecutor, prosecutor certification, I don't really know your conversation, but you know lumalabas, kasi nga, hindi naman tatanggapin ng ICC yan, kundi na-issue ng prosecutor yan eh. Kasi under their system, ang prosecutor is part of the court.
Parang nakakatuwa naman yung sagot na yan. Pero sige na lang. Ambassador Lacanilao, number 10, did the arrested person receive legal assistance during national proceedings? Pinirmahan rin ninyo yan. He received legal assistance during national proceedings. Anong national proceedings ang tinutukoy ninyo? Eh hindi nga dinala sa husgado. Doon lang kayo sa airport, sabi ninyo.
Ma'am, kaya ko yung sagot ko dyan ay I do not know. Kaya
Hindi, walang do not know sa number 10. Sa number 10, sinabi mo, yes, He received legal assistance
Okay.
during national
Okay,
proceedings.
legal assistance
Baka naman kabulastugan lahat
Di, ma'am.
ito.
Legal assistance kasi po that time ang pagkakaintindi ko kasi nandoon yung tatlong lawyers niya.
Sinong tatlo?
Former ES Mijandea, his wife, and Attorney Delgra.
Madam Chair,
Legal assistance during national proceeding. May national proceedings ba doon sa Villamor? Na sinasakop yung tatlong abogadong sinasabi mo?
Legal assistance and serving of
No.
warrant.
Ang nakasabit dito, did the arrested person receive legal assistance? Basahin po ninyo, nandyan. During national proceedings. He received legal assistance during national proceedings. Ang sabi po ninyo.
Service of warrant, ma'am.
National proceedings.
Yes, ma'am.
Yan
Service
ang
of warrant, ma'am.
pagkaintindi mo. Yes, Senator Bato, please.
ibig mong sabihin, you want to impress upon us that the service of warrant is the national proceedings. Yan yung gusto
Ma'am, that's an extradition form kasi. Sir, it's an extradition form. Ang lumalabas po kasi rito, case of first impression din po sa ICC na may nag-surrender po sa kanilang tao. Hindi pa mo nangyayari ito eh. I think it's something that even the ICC
Yes, tama kasi, tama ka. ha?
pero
Pero
how to react to it.
balikan ko lang yung nakasulat. Natanggal, nawala. Ibalik mo nga. Ibalik mo. O very clear man ito, Ambassador. Did the arrested person receive legal assistance during national proceeding? Ang sagot mo, he received legal assistance during national proceedings. So, ibig mo sabihin, yung national proceedings na sasabi mo dito, yung pag-serve ng warrant.
Serve ng warrant and also legal assistance kasi kasama ho niya yung tatlong abogado niya.
Ay, ganon. Pati yung
National-
competent national judicial authority, si General Torre na lang yun.
Wala ho kasing form ano.
Hindi, liwanag eh, competent national judicial authority. Sino naman yun? Wala naman doon, kundi police.
Madam Chair? Ano ho kasi, yung lumalabas ho kasi rito, talagang even the ICC, the form they use is for extradition purposes. Makikita po naman judicial authority, kasi yun ho talaga experience natin lahat. This is the first time na may nag-surrender po sa kanila. Then they don't even know our domestic law. Kaya po, this is a way to mash things up. Kaya nga nung nag-require ng certification, umubra po yung certification ng Department of Justice, ng Prosecutor General, kasi yun po yung understanding nila ng situation.
Palusot.
Pero that's an extradition form, kaya ang mga tanong po dyan is for extradition, not for surrender.
Pero kung extradition yung form mismo ng ICC, dapat nasundan yung extradition na process. May competent national judicial authority. Mismo yung ICC, inaalma pala na hindi ito.
Yung representative supposedly ng bansa. Kasi from the start, information on the surrender and transfer yung title ng form. But as you said, kasi extradition is a form of surrendering, di ba? Pero hindi yun ang sinunod natin. So ang understanding ko kasi, very strict din yung ICC sa human rights. Kasi precisely nga, it's a court that based everything on human rights. So they want to make sure with the form that we follow human rights. Okay. So dun sa number 10, personally, I'm not committing the committee. Personally, I can understand that the service of the warrant is part of the national proceeding. But when you sign, kasi when the ambassador signed his name and ang nakalagay, he received legal assistance during national proceeding, it gives the impression that there was more than just the service of the warrant. If you relate that with number 8, kasi sa number 8, competent national judicial authority. So for example, kung sa kanila kasama ng judiciary yung fiscal, sa atin ang competent na judiciary is just the judiciary.
Mr. Senator, kasi nga, yung questions in the form refer to a case of extradition.
Yes.
Case of first impression nga to, even to the ICC, even to the Philippine government, to the Executive Department, to the Senate, to the Supreme Court, This is a case of first impression.
And
Kahit
assuming,
na, lalo na kung first impression, di ba dapat ilagay na lang, I do not know. Doon sa ibang question,
Madam-
sinagot niya, no, I do not know. Bakit dito buong ningning siya sumagot?
can I pursue that? So assuming, Mr. Secretary, that I will hook, line, and sinker agree with you, yun ang point ko, di ba? That the representative of the Philippine government should not just sign. He should have noted there, surrender to, not applicable, etc. Because nga, ang titignan naman yung dokumento, hindi yung paliwanag. But I have one more question, and ma'am, payagan nyo itulay ko rin to kay General Torre. Sir, pakinggan nyo yung question ko kay Ambassador kasi baka may link to sa isang tanong ko sa inyo. Ambassador, if you go one by one sa questions, it seems to me the ICC wants to make sure na nasunod yung due process at saka human rights ng akusado at ng inaresto. In your view, meron po bang violation ng batas sa pag-arrest or pag-detain ni former President Duterte?
Wala po.
So wala. So wala. And you know our laws, so walang violation. Okay. How about you, Gerald Torre? May violation po ba sa arrest or detention ni former President Duterte?
No, sir.
No, wala. Categorical wala tayong violate na
No,
law.
sir.
Okay. Can I read to you Republic Act 7438? An act defining certain rights of person arrested and detained under custodial investigation as well as the duties of the arresting, detaining, and investigating officer providing penalties for violation thereof. Section F. Any person arrested or detained arrested, detained, or under custodial investigation shall be allowed visits by or conference with any member of his immediate family or any medical doctor or priest, minister chosen by him or by any member of his immediate family or by his counsel. I saw the video, sir. President Duterte was asking for his own doctors. Ang sabi niyo, hindi, may dala kayong doktor na colonel. Tama po ba?
That's one part, sir.
Yes, so you did not allow him to bring in his own doctor.
There's another video that will show that he has his doctors from the Cardinal Santos.
Yes, and he was saying kulang yon kasi ano pa sila, di ba? Yung iba pang doctors, pero hindi na pinayagan. There's videos from outside, yung ibang gamit, etc. Correct, sir? So, you can answer. Hindi to yes or no. So, to your point, did you allow all of his doctors in or no?
Sir, we have substantial doctor. I think we have complied with 7438, sir.
Okay, it doesn't say here substantial. It says
Complied with
here,
7438, sir.
no sir, ang sabi kasi dito, his choice, hindi nyo choice. Hindi nyo choice i-limit yung doctors niya. Ang sabi nyo substantial. So, I will clarify. Were there doctors that he requested you did not allow in? Yes
I was
or
not
no?
aware of that, sir.
Okay, you're not aware kung meron pinapasok o wala.
Kung meron siyang ibang
Okay.
additional doctors,
But I saw the video wherein you're saying 2-star, ako na nagdedesisyon, I will not allow VP Sara in. Tama?
yes, sir.
Okay. Hindi ba siya anak? Ang nakalagay dito, the person's immediate family shall include his or her spouse, fiancé, parent or child, brother, sister, grandparent, grandchild, uncle, aunt, nephew, niece, etc. Ang penalty nito ay 4 na taon ata na kulong. Penalty clause. Any arresting public officer, employee, or any investigator who fails to inform any person arrested, detained, or under custodial investigation of his right to remain silent and to have competent penalty of not less than 8 years. So, ito. Sa letter B, any person who obstructs or prevents any of his lawyers, any member of his family, or person arrested, detained, medical doctor or priest of his choice 4 years. So sir, you prevented VP Sara from entering.
At sir, maraming salamat sa pagbigay sa akin ng pagkakataon na ito para ma-clarify yan, sir. Dahil nung first hearing natin, sir, ay palagay ko na explain na lahat yan, sir. At nagkaroon ng napakaraming mga...
Nung first hearing, sir, ang pinag-usapan kasi doon na lawyer, ako, upon looking at the Constitution, kaming mga senador, we cannot appear before the court, but we can practice. Pero ang presidente, vice president cannot practice. So, kasama na ako doon at yung ibang nagsabing abogada. Pero, nung nakita ko tong batas na to, nakalagay, pag anak, you cannot stop them from visiting And nakita ko yung video, but sabi nyo nga, may kumpleto kayong video, that's why I'm asking you, baka naman pinapasok nyo nang hindi ko alam. Sabi mo, 2 stars sir, ako na. Ako nag-decision nito sir. I don't know if you use the word ako mananagot. So, simple lang question ko, did you prevent VP Sara from seeing her father? Yes or no?
Can I expound on this, sir, before I answer the yes,
Yes,
or
go
no,
ahead.
sir? Thank you, sir. Kaya ako nagpapasalamat, sir, na ma-expound dyan, sir, dahil after the first hearing, medyo marami-rami ang lumabas, sir, ng mga misinformation regarding that matter, sir. Yes, sir, I did I did deny the request of President Duterte for him to allow VP Sara to enter, sir. Kasi nga naman, sir, mag-alas 10 na yun, sir. And that is already around 12 hours after we first got him into custody. The VP has all the chances to be with the President earlier that day. We were expecting her. Actually, sir, mga alas 3 pa lang, may information na darating siya. And kung gusto talaga nilang pumasok, sir, pwede naman, sir, eh. Kasi
Hinasangan mo nga eh, di
Ma'am,
ba?
sinundo
Parang
ma'am sa loob ng
Sinabi
Villamor.
nga ninyo na hinarang, di ba?
Yes,
niyo,
ma'am. Ito,
kasi
ma'am,
gabi na, matagal na.
I did, ma'am, I did really prevent that from the VP. I told the President that she can visit her on the detention cell in Hague. Sabi ko kung gusto niya talaga. Pero
Sabi
kasi
mo
nga naman,
makapasok, pero
ma'am,
sa kabilang
sandali, ma'am.
tapos
Let
sinabi
me-
mo you prevented
let
her.
me-
Alin ba talaga?
let me clarify, ma'am, hindi pa ako tapos, ma'am, eh. May
Hindi, iba-iba na yung sinasabi mo eh.
Ma'am, patapusin niyo ako kung pwede. Kung pwede, ma'am. Okay lang. Yeah. Kasi ma'am, meron tayong,
I think the resource person is,
if you will allow me. Sir, if you will allow me, sir.
yeah.
Okay, sir.
Kaya nga, but please.
Ito, sir, ah. After all was being said and done, yung sasakyan ni Hanilet, sir, and 5 other vehicles, nakapasok at sinundo sila, sir. Ang aeroplano nasa bukas pang pintuan, sir. So, yan, sir, ang isang tumayong balahibo ko nun, sir, noong panahon na nakita ko na ko, andyan yata si VP Sara, andyan si Pongo nakapasok na. Kasi sinusundo na, sir, sila Hanilet at saka si Kitty, sir, ng kanilang mga sasakyan, together with the other entourage. Bakit hindi nila sumabay dun, sir, sa tarmac, bukas pa naman, sir, ang pintuan.
Alam mo, Madam Chair,
Sir,
Nick, you
That's a new
ibig kong
information,
sabihin,
sir.
kung pwede pumasok yung si Ma'am Hanilit at saka si Kitty, gusto mo ring sabay-sabay na sila.
Sir, ganito, hindi ko dinideny na pinrevent ko si VP Sara na pumasok based on the request of the president, the former president.
Okay.
The reason for that,
You prevented VP Sara from entering.
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Because the reason for that is that 12 hours na ang nakalipas at tapos na ang lahat ng mga delaying tactics.
Nick,
I cannot allow that, and otherwise,
Nick,
magiging magulo pa ang situation,
Nag-expire
sir.
pala yung karapatan
so,
ng
may expiration date pala yung karapatan ng anak na bumisita sa kanyang tatay.
Sir, we do believe, ako, sir, personally, that's my call at that time because I'm operating on the premise
So,
na
so
ang
it's your
mission,
call. It's your call to
Yes, sir.
violate the law.
yes,
It's your call to violate the law. Yan nakalagay sa batas. Binasa ni Senator Alan Cayetano na bawal na pigilan yung anak na bumisita. So it's your call to violate the law.
hindi sa ganung context, sir.
Oh,
Anong konteksto?
Anong
Kasi
konteksto
sabi
mo?
mo lang, talagang hinadlangan mo yung pagpasok eh.
Mr. President, I won't belabor the point kasi sinagot ko naman, sir, yung tanong ko. Kasi nga, going back to Ambassador Lacanilao, that's a violation of the law. If you look at the law, it says arrested, detained, and custodial investigation. Kung arrested lang to, baka may lusot, 12 hours, 6 hours, matagal na. Pero ang nakalagay sa law kasi, you cannot deny pag arrested, detained, and custodial investigation. No if, no buts tong batas na to because nga, in the past, lalo pagka, wala pa namang internet masyado nito eh. 1992, no? Wala pa masyado yung mga, bago pa lang yung mga, cellphone na ba nito or ano? But ang point, sir, there's no exceptions here. So that's a matter of defense kay General Torre. But just to pursue this, yung doctors who ba ni President Duterte certified him fit to travel? Di ba sabi niyo, sir, eventually pinapasok niyo rin doktor niya. So nung una, sa video nakita ko, ay hindi pa kasi niyo nasasubmit yung buong video, kaya hindi pa namin na-review, no? That's why I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Kasi I'm not an eyewitness, I didn't see and even if I'm not an eyewitness, I didn't view the video, no? So dun sa nakita ko kasi, you were denying, the President was saying, you have to make sure I'm fit to travel, and then sabi niya, doktor ko, ang sabi niyo, may doktor na dito, it was a police or military colonel. So eventually you let in some of his doctors, correct, sir? Yeah. Did they certify that he was fit to travel?
I believe, sir, on that argument, we can
No,
already...
it's not an argument. I was just
Sir,
asking.
okay, sir.
Did
Sir,
they certify that he was fit to travel, or hindi sila tinanong were they fit to travel?
it's a part of the procedure for his private doctors for that to do that, sir. It will be the government doctors who will be...
No,
making
that's not
that, sir.
true, sir. Ang nakalagay ho dito sa batas, it can be his doctors. Magiging inutil yung batas if you invite your doctors and then they cannot certify. So, ang mangyayari nun, if they certify hindi pwede, sinertify ng government doctor pwede, korte ang magsasabi at kakasuhan yung doktor na nagkakamali. Hindi mo pwede basta i-replace ng government doctor yung, so like now, no? If anyone here biglang nag-faint at sinabing hindi na siya pwedeng mag-appear dito, we have a Senate doctor. But if it's the doctor of the witness who tells us, we cannot immediately judge on the two. Kasi even dito po sa surrender, may mga tanong about being fit to travel. Na ang nakalagay nga and even yung baka mapahamak yung kapitan. Kasi kung titignan niyo po yung yung pinirmahan ng kapitan, sa pinirmahan niya po may nakalagay doon
Yes, Senator Cayetano, kung pwede lang
Yeah,
i-clarify,
anyway.
ang nangyari, si Kitty, sinabi talaga na hindi pinapasok yung doktor. At sinabi ni Dr. Rosa Alinsti na ang dating Pangulo, napakataas na ng kanyang diabetes, umabot ng 328, he needs to be admitted directly to a hospital. Nagkaroon ng diskusyon doon sa Villamor, pinatawag yata, nung isang Colonel Dr. Donald Palma, cardiologist, na hindi siya nasa kalagayan na magbiyahe ng mahaba, pero pinirmahan ni Dr. Colonel Jonathan Rico, isa na namang Armed Forces Doctor, Commanding Officer ng Air Force, na pwede siyang bumiyahe. So, ibig sabihin, maliwanag na ang pumirma ng certification na fit to travel ay hindi kanyang doktor, ay hindi pinapasok, kundi doktor ng AFP.
Correct ba ho ang pagkakwento ni Chairperson? So, Senator Go, just before, ito yung dahilan kung ba't ko tinatanong Sabi nga ni SOJ, sub judice, meron na request, may petition for writ of habeas corpus. Ang aking concern ngayon, kasi ang bata, ang ginagaya, hindi yung salita natin yung gawa. And I think ganun din sa batang pulis, batang militar, batang tanod, batang NBI. They're watching now. So what if someone was arrested in Tawi-Tawi? Can he be visited by his family anytime? And can his doctor, they say, hindi mo pwedeng ilipad ng Manila yan? That's why I'm asking all of this, because according to Ambassador Marcos, Alacanilao, walang violation, sabi niyo walang violation, pero apparent dito. No? So I just want to put that on record. Sana malinaw natin yan. Kasi may police, meron din po kayong, di ba, revised PNP operation procedure. Pati doon, pareho nung batas pero parang hindi nasunod. So I submit to you and to Senator Bongo. Thank you for waiting.
Thank you, Senator Cayetano. Ambassador Lacanida, babalikan ko lang yung pinirmahan ninyo. Andito na sinabi ninyo, kahit nagkakadiskusyon na tungkol sa diabetes ni Presidente Duterte at yung kanyang kalagayan, pinirmahan ninyo that he does not, you don't know if he's fit to travel or not. Bakit pinagbiyahe yan kung hindi ka sigurado?
Ma'am, first of all, kasi hindi po ako nasa medical field, hindi ako ang doktor. Kaya
Pero pinirmahan mo rin na hiniling niya na dalhin siya sa ospital kaagad kasi masama na ang pakiramdam.
Ma'am, kasi that time, nag-request ho si former ES Medialdea na i-inform ko paglapag namin sa Hague ang ICC na mabigyan si former president ng medical assistance. Sabi niya baka hindi ka pakinggan. Sabi ko po, kaya ho nag-request ho ako that time, paglapag namin, kinausap ko po
So
kaagad.
hindi totoo na hindi mo alam.
Ano
Alam mo na may problema.
Hindi po, kasi po, yun po yung request. Wala po ko alam kung may yung, kasi hindi naman po ko yung doktor.
Hindi ko naman sinasabi na doktor ka, ambassador ka, sinabi mo kanina. Pero ang pinirma mo dito, you do not know. Eh paano you don't know, nagkakagulo na tungkol sa doktor?
Hindi po. Yun nga po, nag-request lang po si former ES Medialdea na ambassador, mag-request tayo sa ICC para mabigyan ng medical assistance si former president. Pero hindi po namin pinag-usapan kung ano po yung kalagayan na mataas po ang kanyang sugar o mataas ang kanyang...
Hindi, humihingi na nga na direkta nga dalhin sa ospital. Tanungin natin si Senator Bongo. Kanina pa nagtataas ng kamay, sorry.
Ako nagtatanong, ako po magtatanong. To Ambassador Marcos Lacanilaw, totoo ba na pagdating doon sa The Hague, sinakay siya sa stretcher, siya na lang mag-isa? Yes or no?
Opo.
Hindi niyo na sinamahan?
Hindi po kami inalaw ho ng ICC.
Paano yung mga medisina niya?
Yun pong kanyang personal nurse together with the PNP doctor, nakipag-coordinate ho sa doktor ng
Hindi
ICC
sila
and
pinababa?
binigay ho yung...
Yes or no?
Ano po yun?
Hindi sila pinababa?
Hindi po.
Wala siyang kasama binaba?
Wala po, siya lang po.
Siya lang mag-isa?
Opo.
Alam niyo ba, marami siyang medisina, 27 yan, araw-araw. Kung ano yung pinainom sa kanya, hanggang ngayon po, hindi pa rin pinapainom sa kanya, kahit pinadalawang beses na pinadalahan siya mula sa Pilipinas, hindi pinapapasok. Dahil gusto nila sila ang maggamot. Paano na lang po kung hindi hiyang o hindi naayon sa kanyang karamdaman? Yung nasa Villamor pa lang po, si dating Pangulong Duterte, mataas yung blood sugar niya. And he is due for check-up po, March 12. Andiyan dyan po yung nurse niya. Monthly po yan. December, January, February, March. Buwan-buwan po yung kanyang medical procedure. 80 years old na po yan. Buwan-buwan, ako mismo sinasamahan ko. At yung gamot niya, buwan-buwan, ako rin po nagpapadala. May karamdaman na po si Tatay Digong. Alam niyo po, ganitong totoong kwento. Alam niyo na po yung totoo. Nung dumating si dating Pangulong Duterte, andyan dyan po yung doktor niya. Parap ko po si Chief PNP Marbil. Tinanong ko po, Sir, saan niyo ba dadalhin? Kasi dito yung mga doktor. Sabi niyo dadalhin po sa kampo sa 250. Kaya tinanong ko po si yung spokesperson na hindi nagsasabi ng totoo. Tinanong ko saan dadalhin. Hindi niya ako sinagot, tinalikuran niya ako. Sumunod ko kami. Nung sumunod kami, hindi na po ako pinapasok. That was 10 o'clock. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Meron pong sumundo sa amin. Sumakay ako sa sasakyan ni Ma'am Hanilet. Pagbaba sa gate, binababa po ako. That was 3 o'clock pa lang po. Binababa po ako. Hindi po ako pinapasok. Respeto lang naman ang hinihingi ko. Just for the record. Sino bang pumigil nito? Bakit kaya hindi kami pinapasok? Kaya hindi po ako nagtataka kung hindi po pinapasok si VP Sara nung gabi. Paano papasok? Sarado na yung gate. As in, sarado. Lahat po ng gate sa kampo, sarado po. Nung sinubukan ko pong pumasok, nagpaalam po kami. Pinababa po ako. Kahit nakasakay na po ako sa sasakyan. Nakiusap na po ako, papasukin yung mga doktor. Yung 3 doktor po. It took you about 3 hours, 4 hours pa po. After his arrival, bago pinapasok yung doktor. Yung oxygen niya nandoon, yung ambulansya po nandoon. Inantay muna about 3 to 4 hours or even 5 hours bago pinapasok po yung ambulansya, pati yung doktor niya. Doon pa po nalaman na mataas 300 plus po ang kanyang blood sugar. With that findings, kung talagang chinek up ng doktor ninyo na maayos, he is not fit to fly. He is not fit to fly. Due for check-up na po siya and admission po, March 12. You may check with his hospital sa Cardinal Santos. Naka-reserve na po yun. A week before pa po. Hindi naman magsisinungaling yung hospital. Yan po. Yung gusto lang natin malaman dito, yung katotohanan lamang po. The truth. The truth.
General?
Kung ano na to. Salamat po.
General, tama ba yung sinasabi ni Senator Bongo na 3 oras nang nag-iintay yung sariling doktor ni dating Pangulo at hindi pinapapasok ng pagkahaba-habang panahon samantalang may sakit yung kanyang pasyente?
There was a doctor from Cardinal Santos, ma'am, babae. At nag-request pa nga yun nung...
3 oras bang nag-iintay?
Nag-request pa ng... na magpapasok ng ECG, ma'am.
Pero 3 oras nag-intay?
3 to 4 hours po bago pinapasok ang doktor at yung ambulansya. Ginawa nga po mga installment yung pagpapasok ninyo. Una, papasukin muna yung isang doktor. Pinapasok na naman yung isang doktor. Finally po, kailangan pumasok yung ambulansya, yung ECG mismo, pati yung oxygen. Anuhin mo naman yung doktor, wala yung ambulansya, wala yung ECG, wala yung oxygen.
Gagot talaga, oh.
Tingnan niyo po yung records ninyo, ano oras nakapasok. 10 a.m. yung arrival, kapasok yung doktor, mga alas 2 na po, siguro alas 3 ito, 4 hours. Pakiusap ko lang po yung katotohanan lamang po.
Di alam mo.
Huwag na tayong magpaligoy-ligoy dito, huwag na natin iikot pa. The truth lang po.
Maraming salamat, Senator Go. At nakita ko yung mga retrato ni Presidente Duterte.
Panirang doble init ng araw, mag-doble refresh!
Dapat magkulong dyan si Marbel. Saka si... Tore.
Sila lahat. Kaya lang sila.
Doble flavors made from real fruit juice. Doble refreshing!
na masama ang kalagayan, maluba ang karamdaman.
Mali man yun.
Yes, General Torres.
Din na siya.
Nakita mo naman siguro, nakita ko lang sa picture, di mas lalo mong nakita.
Regarding the medical condition of the former president,
Gusto nila patayin.
sa tingin ko naman, ma'am, sufisyente ang mga doktor na nandun, and I defer to their expertise.
Pero hindi niya doktor. Ang ayon sa batas,
Ano,
siya
ma'am,
ang
may
pipili ng doktor.
Ma'am, may picture tayo rito na may doktor siyang sarili galing sa sa Cardinal Santos. Babae po yun, nakaputing t-shirt. At siya po ay doktor ni PRRD. Ang sa akin lang dito, ma'am, is that I take comfort on the fact that we have a benefit of 2020 hindsight, ma'am. Bago maglanding aeroplano ni President Duterte, he himself was the one who made a video, pinadala niya sa anak niya, pinost ni Kitty, sinasabi niya okay siya. So I think on the discussions now about his medical condition, parang siya na mismo nagsabi mo na okay siya bago maglanding sa Hague. At ibigay niya kay Kitty yun, pinost sa internet yun.
Sabi niya okay niya, pero sa medical niya may problema siya.
Madam Chair, I understand what you're saying, General Torre. Ang problema nga, kung ako ay pulis sa Batanes, sa kahit saan, sa sulok ng
Dapat
Taguig,
makasuhan
sa
talaga
sulok
itong
ng
ano na to eh.
Pangasinan, sa sulok ng ang laki-laki ng Davao, Cebu City, tapos sinabing kailangan ko doktor ko. And then sabihin isa lang sufisyente or sa militar sufisyente. Paano kung may nangyari sa kanila? That's why the law is clear eh. The law is clear. Doctors, priest, choice nung inaaresto or dinidetain, and then ganun din pag family members. No ifs, no buts. Diba? So, I have seen Supreme Court cases where they said that this is not to be a precedent. That this is a special case. Diba? We've seen Supreme Court case. So, if you say this is a special case, given the circumstance, I will not say you're right, but I will not argue with you. But if you tell me, sir, okay naman siya, o tignan mo. So paano nga kung, kasi the law is clear eh. Hindi naman ikaw magsasabing sufficiente, hindi. But you're supposed to allow all of his doctors in right away, and you're supposed to allow his family members there and not deny them. So yun lang yung point that I want to make.
Utos ni Marvel yan.
Especially kung si Ambassador Lacanilao also is certifying to the ICC. I'm not sure but tingin ko, kaya hindi kinuha kagad si President Duterte na hindi mo pa napirmahan lahat. Because ayaw nilang kunin tapos hindi fit to travel. Pag na-stroke yun o may nangyari sa kanya, human rights institution yun, sila pagbibintangan. Kaya ka pinapirma muna na at hindi kukunin hanggang hindi ka pumirma para yung responsibility na sa atin. Diba? So that's what I'm saying, Del Torre, that what I'm discussing with you now is beyond what happened here. It's the revised rules of PNP operational procedure vis-a-vis the Republic Act 7438. Sa 7438, there's no exception eh. Hindi sinabi dito na pag ganitong oras, hindi na pwede yung anak. Pagka ganito, yung doktor, pipila ka sa labas, hindi ganitong oras. Diba? So anyway, I think we both made our points naman unless you want to add on that. No?
Yes, if it's all right, I think Attorney Martin Delgra is now online, Committee
Kasi pang
Secretary
legal matters
to
kasi kahit hindi
administer the oath.
nakapagsalita si Ruben.
Nasaan si Attorney Delgra?
I'm here, Madam Chair.
Yes, where are you
I'm
physically
present
located?
Via Zoom.
Nasa
I'm
Hague pa
actually
po
at
kayo?
the Netherlands.
Mukhang malamig ang damit nyo eh.
Opo, medyo, I'm not used to this kind of weather po.
Yes, Secretary, please.
Attorney Delgra, kindly raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth in the Senate investigation?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, sir. Madam Chair.
Kunin si Tel
Yes,
yung nasa
thank you very
loob sa
much,
ng kuwan.
Attorney Delgra. You said you had some questions for Ambassador Lacanilao. Please proceed.
If I may, Madam Chair, just a very short opening statement, because I have been listening to the proceedings earlier, especially on what Ambassador Lacanilao said, as well as General Torres' statement made earlier. But before that, if I may make a very short opening statement, if I may be allowed.
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you. I thank the Senate Committee for inviting me in today's hearing. At the outset, it is our humble submission that the Senate Committee and eventually Congress to craft meaningful legislation, among others, on making persons liable who bring, cause to bring, or forced to bring Filipinos out of the country without legal or proper travel documents. We understand that under current legislation, I may not be properly informed, but it is only the person who travel or attempt to travel illegally abroad who is personally liable. In the case of the former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, he has vehemently objected his transport to The Hague, the Netherlands. When General Torre and his PNP personnel were finally able to surround and secure the person of the former president eventually into the plane and to The Hague, he loudly objected, and I quote, "You have to kill me to bring me to The Hague." He said that at least twice. That said, the former president, he has consistently said that he will face any case that may be filed against him in the Philippines in relation to his administration campaign against illegal drugs. Another point that I would like to state here for the record for the Senate Committee to consider is to review the consistent government policy to assist any Filipino arrested, detained, or even convicted abroad for whatever cases filed against them, extending in any legal assistance, including the repatriation of its citizen to the Philippines. Very recently, three Filipinos were detained in China, but were assisted by the Philippine government through this administration. And I think 2 or 3 days ago, 15 Filipinos whose cases were dismissed in Qatar, crediting this administration's assistance to our kababayan. What is upsetting and mind-boggling to me is that we have an elderly Filipino citizen, an 80-year-old Filipino, who was arrested and detained in the Philippines, allegedly by virtue of a foreign, not a local warrant, and forcibly brought out of the country to be brought to trial in a foreign court. And that is my opening statement, Your Honor.
Thank you.
That's
You had a
precisely
question?
why what the government, Ambassador Lacanilao is saying is utterly untrue, as well as what General Torre have said earlier about the doctor.
Ano po ang nangyari sa pakiwari ninyo? Kasi sinasabi ninyo
Nandun talaga siya eh.
totoo yung sinabi ni Ambassador Lacanilao at ni General Torre. Ano ba talaga ang nangyari?
Just to give context, Madam Chair,
Hanggang ngayon doon siya.
in the same way that Senator Bongo was not allowed entry when we arrived at the NAIA 3 terminal and to talk to the former president, but he was eventually brought to Villamor, we were able to follow the former president to Villamor. Apparently, the guards at Villamor were not able to see who else were in the convoy, so we were able to get in. Unfortunately for Senator Bongo and the rest, including some lawyers, they were not able to get in, despite their request that they be able to see the president. That said, I was there all throughout the day until the time he left in the evening, and Ambassador Lacanilao was there as well inside the Villamor Air Base. So as to the question number 8 of that information on the surrender and transfer of the detained person referring to the former president, hindi naman po masabi, let's take away the certification mentioned by the DOJ because he has personal knowledge of the fact that the former president was never transferred or brought to a national competent judicial authority in the Philippines. So he knows it for a fact. He does not have to wait for a DOJ certification to answer the question asked of him by an ICC representative.
Tama naman.
Matter of-
Ambassador Lacanilao, gusto niyo sagutin? Kasi nandun ka mula pa sa eroplano hanggang sa The Hague, 2 days after pa. Pwede niyong sagutin yung tinatanong ni Ambassador Delgra. Alam mo naman hindi mo kailangan ng certification, di ka naman kinakailangan mag-antay pa
Nung tinurn over ko po, yung certification, may communication na po kami. Yung certification, yun nga lang po, nagkakaroon ho ng delay na ma-receive ko.
Certification ang pinag-uusapan mo,
Opo,
yung pinirmahan mo, Competent National Judicial Authority. Hindi nga dinala sa husgadong Pilipino Alam mo naman yun kasama ka all along Oversee nga ang ginagawa mo. Di alam mo lahat.
Madam Chair, may follow up with that,
Senator Bato.
follow up on that question. Ito, very clear yung sagot mo dito do not know. Hindi mo alam na hindi siya dinala sa judicial authority.
Yun hong certification ho ng DOJ ang ano ho dyan.
Sige ka-insist nung certification ng DOJ at tinatanong dito, competent judicial authority, korte ibig sabihin nito. So alam mo ba na dinala sa korte o hindi? Artisia Pasay or
Hindi
Artisia
ko po alam.
Paranaque?
Hindi ko po alam.
Hindi mo alam? Hindi mo alam?
Kasi yun tinatanong.
Hindi, yan ang tulad di ba sa tuloy ko
Ang ano ko nga po dyan yung certification niya. Ngayon yung kung
Wala naman kang kinalaman sa certification. Dinala ba sa husgado o hindi?
Hindi ko
Yes
po
or
alam.
no? Hindi mo alam? Kasama ka the whole time hanggang sa Hague?
Nandun ka sa...
Ay, magsabi ka ng totoo. We're all under oath here.
Yes.
So alam mo kung dinala
Alam
sa
mo,
o
hindi
hindi?
mo alam.
Hindi ko po alam. Kasi hindi
Paano
naman ho
hindi
ako...
mo alam? Binantayan mo mula nung dumating mula sa Hong Kong, sa airport, dinala sa Villamor, dinala sa The Hague, kasama ko all throughout.
Opo.
Pag sinabi mong hindi mo alam, you are lying. You are lying.
SPNP.
And then you come all the time eh. Hindi ko alam na dinala siya sa korte. Hindi mo alam.
Hindi ko po alam, Mr. Senator.
Tangina mo.
May I clarify?
I think we should ask Attorney Delgra, what do you think of the answer given that he was not aware of any information regarding the competent National Judicial Authority that he signed on to? Pwede bang mangyari yon, Attorney Delgra?
I join the observation of Senator Bato that the Ambassador Locanelo is lying. Kasi all he needs to know is whether the former president was brought out of Villamor and brought to a local court. We don't have to skirt and hide behind a DOJ certification to attest to the fact as to whether he was brought to a local court or not. He was there all throughout as he has in fact admitted. So all he has to do is hindi po inilabas yung former president to be brought to a local court. I think that would have been sufficient for him to say. But he keeps on saying that he does not know.
Kasi ang tamang sagot, no. Hindi po ba? Ang tamang sagot, no. At alam niyang no. Kailanman hindi dinala sa
Walang
abogado. Tama po ba?
For storya.
I agree with that, Madam Chair, that the proper answer to this question would have been no.
Thank you, Attorney Delgra. Ambassador Lacanilaw?
Puro deny pa rin.
Still, ma'am, yung nasabi ko po.
We still didn't know, in spite of overseeing the entire operation from both the Interpol and the entire government of the Philippine Republic. Tama?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Hindi mo pa rin alam.
Madam Chair, last chance mo, Ambassador Lacanilaw. Giving you the chance to say the truth.
Opo.
Hindi mo alam.
Hindi
mo alam na hindi siya dinala.
Opo.
Nasaan ka sa airport? Saan ka doon sa airport? Nandun ka sa picture?
Dun ho sa tube.
Oo.
Tapos,
Sa tube ka pa?
Sa tube.
Sumalubong ka doon sa aeroplano, sa tube. Hanggang dinala siya sa Villamor, kasama ka.
Sa 250?
Oh.
Sa 250, umalis ho ako eh.
Saan ka pumunta?
Dun ho sa likod, kasi meron hong waiting area dun sa likod.
Sa likod lang. Umalis.
So, hindi na ho ako nag-intervene after nun eh.
Hindi mo alam na hindi siya dinala.
Hindi po.
Deny pa dito.
This resource person is lying.
Yes, that seems clear. Secretary Remulla,
You are cited in contempt for 20 years.
Ma'am, again, the form that was made to that he was made to answer is an extradition form. That's why the requirements that it's asking for are questions about extradition. But this is a surrender. It's a very different process that happened.
Yes, we've heard that argument before. Thank you, Secretary.
Aside from that form, kinonfirm niya, LBC siya sinasabi na hindi daw talaga niya alam na dinala sa korte o hindi.
I don't think they would have accepted him in the ICC if there was no certification from the DOJ at that time, because the certification was acceptable to the ICC because the DOJ is deemed a competent judicial authority by the ICC. So we're not claiming to be
Since when
under
did
the
the
system.
DOJ become a judicial
No, under
authority?
the system of the ICC.
Justice Ascuna, I
As
think
Justice
I'll be
Ascuna
very
said,
clear.
the Prosecutor General,
inaako na ng executive ang
No.
judicial
the
power.
prosecutor,
Parang malabo na to.
the prosecutor in the ICC setup is part of the court. And that's why they're considered competent judicial authority, if I can understand it
Pero kung
properly.
maaalala
I think we
natin,
can ask Justice Ascuna.
ang saligang batas na sinumpaan natin, wala namang gano'n.
Yes, ma'am.
Court, maliwanag.
It's the understanding of the ICC I'm explaining, ma'am.
Ay, nakakatuwa naman to. Saan tayo mauuwi ng ganito? Ngayon, ang DOJ na ang korte. Ganon.
No, ma'am, no. It's just the understanding of the ICC. That the
Make up your mind. Sabi mo, you have judicial power.
No, we don't have judicial power. Don't put,
National judicial
we don't
authority.
put words into into action that were not really said. What we're saying is that is the
I think the
understanding
same
of the ICC.
statement was made by your ASEC or USEC Clavano.
Yes, that's the understanding that the ICC has of the function of a prosecutor, because under their system, a prosecutor is part of the court and thus competent judicial authority. That is the ICC's way
And the same
of treating.
prosecutor was in fact
prosecutor.
Filipino.
Well,
Sabi
to their
national.
understanding, it's competent
Yung
judicial authority
ICC
under the ICC.
prosecutor na Pakistani English naging Pinoy. Sure
Well,
ka?
ma'am, they have a different way of looking at judicial authority in the ICC. That's why the
Lupin, isang
form,
tingin lang eh, makikita mo, hindi naman Pilipino yung prosecutor nila, pambira naman.
Puro palusot.
Madam Chair, I just would like to advise Masarala kanila na alam mo, kami dito, hindi kami nagsasite in content porque ayaw namin yung sagot mo. Hindi po namin ugali ka dito. Kaya huwag kang maglala, hindi kita site in content. Hindi ako
Hindi naman sa Senado.
Hindi ako
Kongresa.
na site in content ka. Fair kami dito lumaban. Fair ang labanan dito. At hindi po kami mag-abuso sa aming power. Huwag kang maglala. Gusto ko lang. Kaya pinaulit-ulit ko. Kasi gusto ko lang talaga na magsabi ka ng totoo. Pero kung yun ang totoo as far as your concern, then okay lang sa akin yun. Sige lang. But hindi po kami abusado dito ha. Na ikakontent ka kahit porque hindi ko gusto yung sagot mo. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Maraming salamat, nagtitiisan tayo. Si ASEC Miko Clavano, sinabi nung March 13, ang naging role namin ay National Competent Judicial Authority to attest na lahat ng proper processes ay ginawa. Paano naman nangyari?
that's a certification that we made, which was acceptable to the ICC, because under their system,
Ari,
the
Gikapoy.
prosecutor
Yung
general
attorney niya sa
is
kabila.
part of the court.
Ang
Part
against.
of the ICC, but
The
it's
ICC
hardly a
court.
Filipino court. It's hardly a national court, Secretary.
It's an equivalent to them. For them, it's equivalent. That's why they accepted. If they accepted the turnover of the
Equivalent is not the
president,
same po.
it's not the same. But it was
Palusot pala itong
acceptable
gago
to
na
them
ito.
because that's how their system works.
Okay, let's now delve deeper into the circumstances surrounding the arrest. I give up Vice Falsehood upon Falsehood. General Torre, when were you assigned as the head of the CIDG? Dahil naalala ko, inaresto
Sana ang
po ninyo
tanong
si
dyan,
Pastor Kibuloy o
sino ang
24,
head na
tapos
nagpadala
na-promote
doon
kayo.
ng pilot?
Pero by the way, congratulations, na-promote pala kayo.
Julianis?
Wala pang isang buwan, na-promote kayo ulit. At napunta kayo sa CIDG 2024, di po ba? Isang buwan after the Kibuloy arrest. Tama po ba?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were assigned to the CIDG specifically. What would you say are the main mandates of the CIDG? Anong mission nito?
We're the lead investigating unit of the PNP on matters delving on major crimes and those involving economic sabotage and other sensational cases that may be assigned to the Chief of the Philippine National Police.
So, to reiterate, it's monitoring, investigation, and prosecution of all crimes related to economic sabotage and other crimes of such magnitude to the extent that their commission by highly
Na-promote
placed
sa
or
kasakitan.
professional criminal syndicates are involved. Tama po ba yun?
Yes, ma'am.
Mission.
That's the general mission.
Yes. And part of the CID mission as well is to investigate major violations of the revised penal code, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the CIDG is largely the elite investigation arm of the PNP, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, tama?
Yes, ma'am.
Kung ganon, yung pag-aaresto ng high-profile persons katulad ni PRRD, kasama sa core function ninyo, investigasyon pa rin ba yun?
Implementation of warrants is part of CIDG's mandate, ma'am.
Yes, but it's the after effect, it's not the core function. Bakit kayo naging lead? Kitang-kita naman, nung March 11, not only was the CIDG involved in the arrest, kayo pa rin yung lead sa operation. We can clearly see na kayo ang pinakamataas. You were the highest ranking member of the PNP in many of the videos.
I was directed by the Chief of the Philippine National Police, ma'am.
Yes, perhaps our chief PNP can explain bakit yung CIDG ang naging lead samantalang investigasyon ang dapat mission nila.
Ma'am, I just want to yun sa background po natin. Yun sa PNP po, ang Interpol PCTC ang dalawa lang po yung pinapadala niya, no? Pagka dun sa PNP po, ang main task po namin, pagka PCTC, CIDG, ang sa NBI naman, NBI Interpol. So usually, pagka may request po ang PCTC, ang pinaka-diretso po namin is CIDG, not any other unit when it comes to arrest po.
Pero you had the choice, ano?
Madam Chair.
Hindi naman lagi CIDG nag-aaresto nitong mga high-profile personalities.
Plastic, no?
Wala naman akong nakikita CIDG.
Kampi man siya dito eh.
Nakikita yung
Saan?
iba't ibang
Mga
krimen.
pulis.
Hindi naman lagi sila
Kasi protektahan
Ma'am,
niya si
when it
Bongbong.
comes to the request of the PCTC, ang tasking po is always sa CIDG po. Yun po yung ano natin sa
Ang binanggit
PCTC.
ni Executive Director ay yung NBI. Wala siyang binanggit na CIDG.
Ma'am, when it comes to the PNP, ang PNP po, ang automatic po namin, it's from me, I always task the CIDG po when it comes to Interpol matters po.
So it's in fact your choice. General Torre is a trusted and